How do we feel about this Mugler H&M collaboration? I have a few pieces to show you guys, one of them being the beautiful corset blazer, and then the other one, this beautiful dress, and that is just to name a couple. I have more to show you guys to come. By the way, my name's Megan. Welcome back to my channel, The You in Fashion. On my channel, we discuss fashion, luxury, handbags, and lifestyle. If you're interested in any of those topics, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell down below so you don't miss any of my content. My goal with this channel is to hopefully help you find the you in fashion. Let's go ahead and get started. With this Mugler collection, we know it released not this past Thursday, but the Thursday before. I was working, so I missed it. If you watched my Skims Fendi collaboration, same scenario. But what I noticed is, although I missed the original launch, oftentimes if I go to my local store in the next week after, I can usually snag pretty good items. And that was the case in this situation as well. I was so happy that they still had some of these items left over, because they said basically Thursday when it released, these things were flying off the shelf. I came in maybe on Monday after people had returned a couple of these items. A little bit of information about that: only certain stores had even the collection in them. So in Atlanta here, the only H&M that has it is the H&M in Atlantic Station. I know a couple of you guys live here in Atlanta, so if you're interested, that's where you would need to go. When I went in, they had broken down the big presentation of it. So the gentleman was saying that they had like a whole big setup, a red carpet, but it had kind of been relegated to this small section to the side. I think mainly because they had just sold out of so many things, they didn't need this big setup anymore, but they still had quite a few items. One thing I also learned while I was there is if you're looking for a particular item, they have the find in store function. You can type that in, see if they have it in the store before you even go in, because Atlantic Station, to be honest, is one of my least favorite H&Ms to go to because parking is very difficult and you have to pay for parking. So I was not really feeling great about going without knowing that they had certain things there, and they never answer their phone. So the find in store function is a good function to see if they even have something that you're interested in. They did have quite a few of the larger sizes available, so if you want to check those out, they did have a few of those still left in a couple of things. They have a couple of dresses left. But getting into the things that I was able to find and purchase, first things first is this blazer. First of all, this was one of the things I went in knowing I wanted and knowing I wanted to look for. So when I saw it pop up in the find in store in a size small, I was on it. Information: they cannot hold any of the H&M collection for you. So if you want it and you see that it's in store, you may have to try to go at lunch, because they are going to likely have it sold by the time the end of business day is over. So I was lucky enough to snag this one. Now this one is in the size small, and you'll see that it has this little corset mesh detail here. It does have a little bit of stretch to it, just a tiny bit. During these try-ons here, what it was really important for me to show you guys is the sizing of these things too. As you guys know, I'm 4'11" and a petite frame. So being 4'11", I would say that this blazer definitely is a bit oversized. I would say that I could have used an extra small, but as I said, the small was the only size that they had. For sizing purposes, regularly, if this helps you guys, I'm an extra small. But getting to some of the items later, you'll see I actually needed a small in those. But for this one, I would have gone with an extra small. So whatever your true to size is in the blazer, I would say go with your true of size if you're looking at this blazer, because it is going to be a bit oversized, so you don't have to worry as much about it being too small. Moving on to the dress as promised. The dress I also got in a size small. Now with this dress, as I said before, the small is a good size to go with for the items that are going to fit a little bit tighter. I would say if you're looking for any of the dresses in this collection, I would go a size up from your normal size. So if you're regularly an extra small, I would go with a size small in this dress. It has the classic Mugler mesh cutouts. I would say even for my height, the length of the actual dress is pretty good for me. The arms are obviously a bit longer than I would like, but otherwise the dress fits fairly well for the most part. I was so glad that they had the black color. This was the last black that they had in the store. And this is one of my favorite items that I picked up. It does have the Mugler written right there, which is important because the blazer doesn't necessarily have Mugler written anywhere, but it does have the little Mugler Paris on the buttons there, which I think is super duper cute. And you get to keep the really fancy and nice hangers. I really liked that as well. Let's go ahead on to the other couple of items. Now for the regular items that I wanted to show you guys. This skirt was another one I was pretty excited about. It has the really cute buckle here that says Mugler there, the Mugler star, and with this skirt, keep in mind that this is a size 2. I typically wear a size 0 or a 2, so depending on what you normally wear, I would go with your size up. So if you're normally a 0, I would go with a 2. If you're normally a 2, I would go with a 4, because even the 2 fit really, really, really snugly. Something else of note to keep in mind about this skirt is, as I said, I'm about 4 feet 11 inches, and look at how short this skirt is. If you are above 5'3", 5'4", this is probably going to be a little bit shorter than you would like, but I just think the design is so cool, the way it dips down and then comes up at the hip area. I really, really, really like this skirt and I would recommend it, and I loved it styled with the blazer as well, how they had it online. Super cute. I would say if you're looking for 2 items and you can find these in your size, these are 2 to definitely go for. Very last item that I wanted to show you guys is the corset top here. So this one is all mesh as well, mesh in the front, mesh in the back. It has this very structured front part here and the part near your breast area there. With this one, this is the extra small. Maybe I would have liked it more in a size small, but when I say I felt so constricted and confined in this extra small, like I couldn't even move, like so tight. So I would definitely say size up in the corset as well. And I don't have a very large chest, but this one smashed my chest in so much. It was just uncomfortable. If you're looking for a really tight corset and you're not planning on wearing it for extended periods of time and you really like the style or the look of it, maybe this would be right for you. But out of all of the items that I picked and chose and was able to try on, this one would be the one I would say leave it at the door. It is not worth it to me. You can find other corsets that likely would fit a little bit better. And for me personally, when I wear a corset, I want my chest to look good, not smashed. So for me, I would pass on this one. You guys let me know if you were able to try the corset or have the corset and you have a different experience if you got maybe the right size of it. Those are the items I picked up. I hope I gave you a pretty good selection. I did see a pair of the leggings returned yesterday in a size 8, so some of these things are there. And they did have a bodysuit there as well in a larger size. So those are some of the things that I just simply didn't have in my size, so weren't able to pick up, but those things are there. I've seen bodysuits there, I've seen the leggings there. They do have the jewelry as well there if you were interested in seeing some of the jewelry, but I hope I gave you guys a little bit of selection, a little bit of sizing, some try on, some ideas of how these things fit and will look on the body. FYI, these returns are only for 7 days. So if you purchase these items, make sure you have them back in 7 days if they don't work for you. That is all. I just wanted to hop on here really quickly and talk to you about this collaboration because I was really excited about it, and I know that there's been a lot of talk about it and that you guys may have wanted to see some of these things on. Thank you so much for watching as always. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.